Good afternoon. Phil Lindemann with your Krystal 93 News from Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery. Friends, coworkers, and students packed the front rows in Summit County Chambers today for a tribute to Tyler Updegraff, a county employee and Summit High football coach who died in a ski accident last month.
Tyler was dearly loved by his coworkers and the youth of Summit County, who will all miss his smiling face and zest for living life.
Later, calling in from Pennsylvania was Tyler's mom, Karen.
He loved it out there. He loved everybody out there. He was going to stay. He was very happy. He found his purpose.
The county officially recognized Tyler and his impact on Summit. He died at 27. The tone in county chambers dramatically changed soon after that when commissioners revealed a red digital timing clock. It counted down from 2 minutes over and over as dozens of people made comment on new short-term rental rules.
The STR environment needs some limits on the traffic, on the number of nights, on the number of stays.
The meeting lasted nearly 4 hours in a marathon rhetoric session that would have made Aristotle proud. Becky Bowers of Peak 7 appealing to pathos.
Had you not enacted the moratorium when you did, the house below us would have become one more STR. But because of your swift action, we now have a young family as a full-time year-round neighbor.
Kathy Noon, a former mayor of Centennial and a condo owner in Wilderness, also appealing to pathos.
We're never going to be able to sell these units for what they are worth, and I feel very impacted and almost hurt.
Rick Blandford, a second homeowner at Baldy Ridge Estates in Breck, appealing to logos.
The homes in our community cannot solve Summit County's workforce housing issues because our Baldy Ridge Estates HOA strictly prohibits long-term multifamily use, and the cost to lease any of these homes would be cost prohibitive.
Kate Marone, a local realtor, appealing to ethos.
I believe what you're doing is wrong. I don't envy you. You have a very difficult situation that you're working with here, but I believe you're taking private property rights from property owners, and I believe that's wrong.
A Front Range second homeowner, Vivi Glorio, appealing to the rhetoric of conspiracy theory.
I would love a financial audit on every single one of you. So I feel like it's Vail Resorts and it's Peak 8 and these big corporations who are either lining your pockets. Why are you doing this?
Minnie cut straight through the rhetoric, repeating the exact same phrase.
I have 2 words for the commission: slow down. Please, slow down.
After some discussion, commissioners unanimously adopted all new rules with minor changes. This week on the State of Summit.
How do we make sure we don't continue to lose housing in Summit County? How do we make sure that what we currently have is what we protect and maintain?
That was Commissioner Tamara Pogue, summarizing why the board spent 9 months on short-term rental rulemaking. The biggest rule is a license cap by area, which limits the number of rental homes. Most licenses will not transfer if a property sells, with some exceptions. County Planner Jessica Potter.
Reasonable exceptions say I want to put my property into an LLC where I am the only controlling interest in that LLC. We accounted for instances of marriage, divorce, death, court orders.
Another big rule is a nightly cap, which limits the number of nights a licensed property can be rented.
Nothing in this would preclude the BOCC from having a more frequent public discussion about this.
These rules take effect almost immediately for properties outside of town limits only. Tune in again next week for the State of Summit on Krystal 93. In sports, the Nuggets play the Mavericks tonight at 7. The Avalanche play the Wild at 7:30 on TNT. And in local sports, tomorrow's the opening day of the State High School Ski Championships right here in Summit. Copper is hosting more than 130 alpine skiers in East Village, racing giant slalom. Frisco Nordic Center is hosting another 130 cross-country skiers, racing individual skate. Phil Lindemann with your Krystal 93 News from Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery.